Let's talk about memory and execution time. So AWS has been charging for the Lambda execution based on the memory it uses and the execution time it takes. These two factors are very important to understand because if you don't pay attention to this, you will end up having huge bill coming for your account. So first thing we need to understand is that allocating more memory is not always mean that it will be more expensive, as well as it will reduce the execution time. So definitely when you are running a application which requires certain memory, if you increase the memory, the CPU allocation will be more and definitely it will reduce your execution time. But what if after a certain limit, it will not be able to reduce the execution time more, because the maximum CPU allocation what it can do, it is already done, and increasing more memory will not help reduce it further down. Second thing is, the more memory you put, the cost of that memory will be higher. Okay, so now you have to balance it out. The second thing which you need to know is that AWS charges you the execution duration in 100 millisecond blocks. How does it matter is, let's take a simple example. If you're running a application with the 128 MB memory and its execution time is 110, then it will be charging you for the 200 millisecond, which is the nearest rounded millisecond for which it can charge you. But now let's suppose if you increase the memory to 192 MB, your execution time will be decreased to the 100 millisecond. So here, by saving the 10 milliseconds, you have saved the execution time of 100 millisecond. And that's the reason if you see the cost per invocation, it is reduced drastically, almost 25%. So this calculation you have to keep in mind. So there's no thumb rule of how much memory you should allocate to your function. It always depends on what kind of function logic you have. So let's suppose if you have a function which is more computation method, like CPU oriented logic, search algorithms or your sorting algorithms are there, then increasing the memory will help you decrease your execution time drastically and making you more saving. But if your function does not need that CPU allocation, then increasing the more memory will just increase the cost for you and not reducing your execution time that much, and that will not help you. So don't go with the thumb rule of increasing more memory will reduce the execution time, so that it should save more. That works only for the high CPU utilized function, but for other function you should use the extreme monitoring, capture the logs, check the trend, and then make a call for that.